I've spent a lot of time, Joe, slating everybody in the company. Backstage, I'm starting fights off everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants. Let me raise this.
First time on air. Anything to say to Luan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Luan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
That's not even close.
Man, I'm a dumbass.
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This man
does graphics.
Rip, so smart.
Episode 241. The Three Amigos plus Crash in the Pub. Man, it's a great day.
Oh yeah,
It's a great night. Puppy, yeah.
He's out here chilling and chewing.
Devontae said he got a rabies shot. He's ready to enter the real world.
Yeah, he's a real dog. He's a real boy now.
Oh, who that? DMX. My dogs.
Where's my Crash at? R.I.P. Hey man, it's gonna be a good episode. That's how it starts. It's only uphill from here, so it's gonna be good. We got playoff talks. We got NBA. We got NHL. 2 games going on right now, and then we've got a little NFL news, but still the off season, so things aren't really that.
It's just simmering. It's just simmering.
I like
Yeah.
it. To start it off, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Caitlin Clark went back to Iowa for like expedition game against Brazil
Preseason.
Yeah.
pretty fucking dope. Iowa got sold out. Carver Arena sold out. And it was, people love to see the princess back, the queen of Iowa.
I don't know.
I heard some echoes from here in the southeastern Minnesota. It was making some noise.
It was trembling.
Are you just
Making some noise in these waters.
that just pissed me off. I thought you would say something. They and I thought you had rumors or something. Minnesota information. You just out here.
No, it was making waves. It was making waves up here. People were speaking about it.
They I forgot how many points she had, but I didn't watch the game, but I did notice in a couple of the highlights her shooting looked a little bit more consistent, so that's kind of scary. And the Brazil coach told her, he didn't say like greatest of all time, but you know what I'm saying, he said like, you're a very good player or whatever. And then there was one shot she pulled. It was a long shot she pulled in one of the playoff games, and she took a step back from that spot and netted it. So I'm like, boy, she about to be cold. And then she has Sophie Cunningham to dish it off in case her shooting wrist gets tired. So I don't know. Indiana might make some noise. Well, the season already started. I don't know how it's been going so far. I haven't watched it, but it seems like they'll be making some noise.
Yeah, I feel like we can pick it up once NBA's cooled off and NHL's cooled off in the dead period. I hate to say it, but yeah, it'll be good. All right, well, let's move into it. Let's start with NFL talk, and then we'll cruise in the rest of it. Big stuff, but not really that big stuff. Justin Tucker finally got released from the Ravens. I feel like we saw this coming with the allegations. The NFL's doing its formal investigation. He's not the same Justin Tucker that we grew up watching. I feel like this was I think it was bound to happen. Now, would I take him over probably 15 other kickers in the league? Yeah. Maybe 20 others, even in his old time and his downfall. But I think the off-the-field issues, we saw it around the wall. I'm not surprised by this. End of an era in Baltimore, but thoughts from you guys.
Did either of y'all know that they drafted a kicker in the 6th round? Because I didn't.
I had no idea.
Tyler Loop from University of Arizona. Don't know much about that guy, but it was interesting because like one of the one kicker I remember hearing about was, I think, Andreas Borregales, who I'm pretty sure like they're a family member in the league, but he probably should have saw the writing on the wall. Like he was still on the team and they drafted a kicker, so he had to have been like, I'm cooked. So now I'm wondering, if he's gonna get Brandon McManus, because you remember he literally he was on the team during the season. The Jaguars. He was on the Jaguars team, and he got in trouble when they went to London or something.
Yep.
Then he was off the team, and then within maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, the Packers picked him up, and I think he's still on the squad. So
that's what I was getting ready to look up. I think he's still in the Packers.
Yeah, so now I'm wondering who could possibly pick up Justin Tucker. Ooh, that was mean. Justin Tucker, and because they said he publicly said they were unequivocally false. So we'll see what comes from that.
Yeah, this is all alleged.
Mm.
Should say that.
Little kicker talk. Packers signed McManus on a 3-year deal.
Damn.
After last season. That's pretty crazy.
That is. You know what? Pub alum, Braden Narvison, I really wanted him to work out. It's just
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just didn't.
Kicker's a tough job in the NFL.
It's tough, man.
Those specialist jobs are they're tough.
You gotta be on.
A 50-yard kick at this point has to be like a layup for everybody.
Oh yeah, dude! Imagine saying that 20 years ago.
Yeah, because I remember
that's crazy.
There was a show in our age, but there was a challenge in either Madden 10 or Madden 09, where it was if you made a 50-yard field goal, you would get the gold trophy or something. And now I play NCAA, and there's a challenge where you have to make a 55-yard kick to get a bonus star or something like that. So it kind of shows you the sign of the game and how advanced kickers are and how athletic and strong they've gotten.
And it's cutthroat. There's no backup. When you're a rookie kicker, you don't go back up Justin Tucker or somebody like that. Because you got to produce or you're done. So it's just it's a totally different position. Yeah,
it's such a limited roster. They can't afford to keep a vet kicker and a rookie kicker. You get one.
Yeah.
And hopefully that kicker.
There's a kid from Notre Dame that I really liked a few years ago. I'm trying to remember his name.
You can't keep a problem.
He's nationally ranked, one of the best kickers. And I can't remember. Anyway, sorry. I was just trying to think
and if you don't, I can't think of the kicker's name, but you take a guy like Pat McAfee, who was not going to get drafted unless he could hold, and he lied. He's like, "Yeah, I can hold. I can hold,"
yeah.
Because they need someone that can do 2 or 3 different things: kick, punt, hold. They need somebody that can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's a good point.
I think everybody has to be able to run to an extent now, because you kind of see not necessarily chase down. Eventually, you remember Pat McAfee became the legend because he was the tackling punter, and now that's the expectation, low key.
Exactly. You gotta have that dog in you, crash. You gotta go in there and not be afraid to put your head down and make a play.
Yeah.
The other news is rookie numbers. We'll start with the one guy I have the image for. Shedeur picked 12, not 2, which we knew that probably wasn't going to happen. He says it's for his mentor, Brady. Didn't realize Brady mentored him. Maybe you guys did. I had no clue. Devontae shaking his
Yeah. He actually is asked about how he responded. It was a tail sign. Shedeur said something. He was basically told him, instead of buying all those Rolls Royces, you need to get into some film. And lo and behold, that was allegedly the problem in a lot of the interviews.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of intel that was wrong or things were missing, and he didn't catch the mistake, didn't get called out. And me and Fitz gave our thoughts last week. Devontae, you weren't here. I want to know your thoughts. Him sliding. Why do you think that is? Why do you think he slid to the 6th round?
I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories, so I'll just go with my first mind. He slid down because there wasn't necessarily a high standard for quarterbacks in this draft. I feel Cam Ward was head above all quarterbacks, and once he got drafted, it's like, well, shoot, let's see where else we have needs, because you notice like there were a lot of defensive linemen in this draft. There were a lot of running backs that went around the same time Shedeur did. There were a couple of good wide receivers that went. Now, I had that thought, and then Tyler Show got drafted in the second round, and I'm like, for real? And you put the stats beside each other, and people were saying like, oh, he's big, you know, he's 6'5". Shadeur's kind of like light in the ass. Shadeur's only like 2 inches shorter than this dude. Shadeur's not mobile, I guess. And you put their stats beside each other. Tyler Show has been like basically a career backup. So you telling me that the Saints have career backups in there? Maybe Shedeur becomes a career backup, but there's no way you telling me that Tyler Show has more potential than Shedeur. But then another guy said like they probably dropped him because they said this was the highest watch, like day 3 in a while, and they were like maybe everybody was in cahoots to make sure everybody watched for the ratings. I was like, this is crazy, but you know, it makes you wonder because everything they do is for the money at this point, because there's been a lot of bullshit lately. So I don't know.
Yeah, I did hear that point too. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess like people tuned in to figure out where he was. Like, I could definitely see a marketing ploy of, hey, maybe, but also how competitive those GMs, how competitive those coaches are. They want their best guy.
Yeah.
But you do have a point with Tyler getting drafted before him. Like, that was the one quarterback I was like,
are we for real?
Right.
But look at it. Everybody that's listening, just randomly Wikipedia Tyler Show and look at his story. He backed up Justin Herbert. And, you know, ain't no problem with that. Justin Herbert was a bucket. And then I think the year after was the COVID year. That was pretty much the Mickey Mouse year. He could have just did what he wanted, and he didn't, because UFL / Ravens third string quarterback Anthony Brown had to bail Tyler Show out. I think it was actually a playoff game. He had to bail him out. Like, they benched him in favor of Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
Do your homework on Anthony Brown. He ended up playing for the Ravens because that was that weird season where, was it Lamar Jackson and another running quarterback, the dude they call Snoop that plays for the Dolphins now, he got a start. So
Swirly?
Yeah, I'm not a believer.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Kovac stole my my bridge here. So thanks, Richard. Cleveland Browns only choice for Justin
coming in
Tucker.
hot.
Yeah. I got a history. They got a history. I love that. So yeah, another rookie not being able to choose a number yet. Abdul Carter, he won 56. Lawrence Taylor, he asked him for permission. LT obviously said no, the number's retired. Sorry about you. That's my legacy. Go build your own legacy. And he said, okay, I want 11. How about the same number I wore at Penn State? Famous quarterback said, not so fast there, kid. So Abdul Carter, he's limited on his number selection unless he pays up big. And I know it's just a number. It doesn't make that big of a deal. How do you guys feel about these rookies asking these legends, these Hall of Famers, hey, do you mind?
I think it's very telling of the generation, personally. They talk about like Gen Z all the time. But they say that, but I honestly think it's the jersey in him as well. Wait, is he? No, he's from Philadelphia, which is basically the same. It's the same shit. Bro, move.
Tyler Huntley is the name you're thinking of. Thank you.
Tyler Huntley. Yep. So he.
Oh, puppy.
Crash
that tail thumping.
Abdul Carter pissed him off with that one. But
yeah,
it's like, it's not far fetched. Like, maybe he did it just to be like, let's see what he says. Because I'm not gonna lie, as a grown ass little brother myself, I do get a rise out of people from time to time. You know.
Yeah.
But for him to like, and then he kind of walked it back by saying like, I just want to play football. Shut up, bro. Like, don't be corny now. Like, you know, you could have said still on what you said or something. But yeah, who was number 11 for the Giants?
Phil Simms.
Yeah, he could have took that number. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's retired for a reason.
Yeah.
Well,
For
who
him,
was it
Lawrence
that got their
did-
jersey retired? Shadir and Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Now, see what happens in 20 years when some Colorado kid wants to wear their jersey. How do they feel?
Oh, you know exactly how that's going to go.
It's
I
got-
know. I'm just saying that's the.
It's,
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Dion's grandson. He has a grandson.
That's crazy. I do like him asking LT, "Hey, can I use 56?" Like that. I feel like that's like, "Hey, you're a legend. I'd like to walk in your footsteps." But when you ask for a second Legends number after that, like that's where I have the issue for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay
I
with like,
just
"Hey,
think-
dude, I
I
grew up
think the
watching you on
jersey's
cocaine."
retired. If the jersey's retired, I just think you can't. It's. I don't know.
You don't touch it.
Yeah. I
Not even
wouldn't
worth an
touch it.
ask. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Now look, if my number's retired, I'm not. Go fuck yourself. You're not wearing it.
yeah. And then
That's
it's
in my will.
why? It's like, why? I mean, if you are your own person, like, why you want to be me so bad? It's interesting because me and my boys were talking today, and I was like, I don't think I could ever name a kid after me because it's like, you could never be me. Like, not on some mean shit, but it's just like, be your own person, please. You know?
I do like that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the junior. Now I have to walk on eggshells here. Claudia is technically a junior because her mom's named Claudia.
Ah.
So,
Uh-huh.
but I think like in that circumstance, different middle names. You know, maybe it's just I gotta walk on eggshells. But yeah, I'm with you, DeMonte. I'm not a big junior trip guy, quad guy. Fitz, thoughts from you real quick.
I just I don't know, the retired jerseys, I think it's sacred. I think one, it's on the teams to make sure that the guys that they're not retiring too many jerseys, but most teams don't have that problem. But I'm thinking of like the Yankees or the Lakers or anybody that has like a long history is, you just got to be mindful of, what does it mean? Like, yes, there's like a team Hall of Fame. That's one thing. But then there's like the retired jerseys is like a separate thing.
Right.
And I think, you have to respect that what goes into a retired jersey. These are like the legends. They're the faces. It's almost like Hall of Fame.
Right.
Maybe even better than Hall of Fame, for being honest. I don't know.
To an extent.
I just feel like that thing lives on, like
Yeah.
in your team lore forever.
But then
For
it's
sure.
like, there are people, those teams that like retire a number not for a player, but like for whatever specific reason. I don't know if that's like a football thing or
No, I wonder. I'd even like to see a retired players list, like a retired jerseys list, like the jersey number 11 in Arizona.
yeah.
Like nobody can ever wear that again, right? For the Cardinals,
Right. Because of
that's
Fitzgerald.
Larry
Yeah.
Fitzgerald. Like there are just certain numbers that it's like, dude, you can't wear that.
Yeah.
You can't wear that jersey, man. Like
Is 42 what was Pat Tillman? 42?
42.
I
Right?
feel like that's got to
40.
be retired, right? Or do they make it like an honor thing? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think you can touch it.
Yeah.
Just it feels weird.
let's a little trivia here. Can anybody name the baseball team with the most retired jerseys? 22 of them.
I would guess Yankees. That's
That
my
is
guess.
correct. Yep. All right. What about the NBA team?
Lakers?
I thought Lakers, but I might.
No, it must be. It's gotta
I
be-
was just throwing out a team.
Devonta, who'd you say?
Celtics. I'm gonna guess Celtics.
It's Celtics. You want to
Yeah.
take the number? You want to guess how many they've retired?
8.
13.
24.
Damn.
24 numbers have been
Yeah,
retired for the
that
Celtics.
sounds about
Some
right.
of their numbers are so weird. Come to think about it.
Yeah.
I remember who was that one guy? There was a guy. Somebody had.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Or something. That one center they had.
Robert Parrish, 00.
Nah, it was like a weird 7 number, like 73 or something. He was like a G League, European League player.
Damn. They are some weird numbers.
you get Robert
Basically,
Parrish, 00.
1 through 6 is like gone, except 4.
Yeah.
4 is available.
Where's the Will?
Isaiah Thomas wore 4, right?
Yeah.
10, JoJo White, Bob Cousy, 14,
Bob Cousy.
Cousy, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 is available.
19.
And then you got 26, 27's available, 28, 29, 30. And like pretty much all your 30s are retired. Yeah.
Now
Crazy.
what's this? The Lasky nickname is retired. You see that?
Yeah. I guess you just
He didn't want his number 18 to be retired, so the Celtics retired his nickname Lasky instead.
Real.
Who the hell's
Damn,
gonna
I
be
wanted that
called
nickname.
Lasky?
Fucking
yeah.
Brian
man.
Scalabrine better petition be like, I want Red Mamba retired.
Ooh.
The Great White
Oh,
Hope
man.
retired. Yeah. I don't know. That's wild. All right, let's move on. Let's talk a little NBA action here. And before we do, Kovac, if you ever want to come on the show,
Oh baby.
please join us one day. 1 week, Kovac, open invitation. You let me know.
He's a loose cannon, but yeah, we go back.
We need more.
The Skyland Rec soccer practice.
That's right. Coach Hackey, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Love to see it. All right. Basketball did not disappoint. We've got Ant-Man in his like evil villain phase. I love it. Trolling the Lakers, trolling LeBron. I'm all in for it. Cavaliers look dominant, except for game 1 against the Pacers. But right now they're handling business. And then Coach Pop said, "Call me El Jefe, the boss, El Patron." I love it.
This is
that's
that's a good spot for Spurs to do that. Like, of course, he doesn't want to be on the. No, he wants to be on the floor, but like his basketball mind, his eye for like talent, because it used to piss me off how with the Spurs, like nobody knew their players for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Tony Parker is rarely in talks, but like you see him and you have an appreciation for him, just like Bruce Bowen, just like you remember Antonio McDyess?
Yeah.
He was no more in the Pistons, but like, you know, he came to the Spurs and did his thing. Who else? Avery Johnson, like whoever came to the Spurs, like
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills, bro, and he's still in the league. So if he can do that with like European players and players that nobody else would really think of, it's gonna get wicked for the rest of the league for sure.
And like even like his big names like Ginobili, Parker, like they weren't guys that like you look Tim Duncan, they're not like top of your head guys that like
Right.
man, they're the best. They're like damn. But statistic wise, what they built, they're
What they
like
did together.
What they did together. Thank you.
I mean, that's just, and they were the team of
Yeah.
the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was phenomenal, and so hats off to him. I like what Devon said. Like they're doing it right the way Coach Pop taking him from the sideline, keeping him in the organization, keeping him with his eye on the talent. Like you're not going to fall off. Like he's going to continue to get better and better. And I mean, the Spurs are going to continue to get better and better.
Yeah.
So.
It is just sad though, man. Seeing Pop, you know.
Mm-hmm. You see him
That
walking
actually-
like that. That kind
Yeah.
of feelings.
But I mean, again, it's cool seeing these players by his side.
Yeah.
That's bigger than the game. I was tearing up. I was thinking about, man, when I'm an old fart, man, some of my youth that I'm giving a hard time on Wednesdays, they better be taking care of me like they are,
Right.
like
yeah.
Pop, you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I'll,
what you play for.
And obviously, like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, obviously, not anywhere successful as Pop or as old as Pop, but like when I
You don't
stepped
have
down,
to be.
yeah, when I stepped down from Bun Wrestling this past year, like they threw me a surprise party, and we had guys from my very first year come in,
Oh,
and, like say, "Hey,
Yeah,
what's up? I
man.
love you," and like all the way from
Yeah,
this
man.
year, like, and it was special because you're like, "Whoa, this is." You know,
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd remember me. You know, so
And see, this is where I love sports.
yeah,
Like, this is what I love about sports. And I worry about society. I think it's not seen as much, even though we can see everything in the world. It's not in the spotlight,
yeah,
but I think it is.
Exactly.
I think that kind of stuff is going on all the time.
exactly. I love it. Well, let's talk about Timberwolves, Cavs, and every other team in the playoff race here.
Wolves, baby.
The Wolves look good. Look dominant.
Ant-Man.
Dominant. But we're gonna start on the East. We'll work our way west. I know. Cavs, Pacers. Pacers still won on the road. Game 1. Cavs looked all out of sorts. They look back to their dominant self right now. They're up 101-94. Maybe not as
Did we do our
dominant as
picks
thought.
yet? Did we do
haven't.
our picks for this round?
We
Damn
are.
it.
We are.
And I would have picked the Pacers. So I hate
Hey, you
this.
still can.
I was hoping y'all would have taken the Cavs
Knicks
bait.
and Celtics. Knicks still won at home, and I am flabbergasted. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that was
Celtics
crazy.
were up by 20. And
Yeah.
then me and Devontae were talking before you hopped on, Fitz, and before we went live. I've never seen such bad shot selection when you're up by 20. Like I think Devontae said Jaylen Brown forgot he was physical and decided, hey, I'm just going to chuck these things up. It was a dark day as a Celtics fan. But let's do our pick'ems. Let's do it. We'll recap our scores. We all picked Celtics. We all picked the Cavs. We all picked Denver. I picked Minnesota.
I couldn't pick him.
Fitz didn't pick Minnesota.
It was an emotional pick.
Vontae couldn't pick Minnesota. And that's the only 4 that counted because other ones were playing games. Crash, what's up?
Oh, puppy.
Yeah.
Look at that tail.
Happy boy. Happy boy.
Look at that tail wag.
All right. So I am 4-0. You guys are 3-1.
Man.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
So because I'm 4-0, I'll go ahead and start round 2. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Pacers, and I'm gonna go Celtics.
Ooh.
Fitz, Devontae, it's up to you. Who wants to go second?
I'm gonna go Cavs Knicks.
Cavs next.
All right, I like it. I'll make it interesting. I'll do Pacers next, so we all have something different there.
Man,
I was torn on the Celtics and Knicks. I think the Knicks are more talented. I do think the Celtics are. I think they'll get it back together.
that's a wild thing to say. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, but teach their own. Preacher man, I hear you. All right, the West Side. Thunder Nuggets. Thunder swept the Grizzlies. Not even close. Nuggets very close. Went to Game 7 against the Clippers. Went back and forth. Denver did still win on the road. They're 1-0 for Game 1. Timberwolves Warriors. They're going to play tonight. T-Wolves gentlemen sweep the Lakers. Warriors had to go to Game 7 for the Rockets. I'm going to say, give me the Nuggets and T-Wolves. Let me do it.
I'm gonna go Thunder T-Wolves. I'll jump in there.
We're going Nuggets Warriors.
These are all different.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Devontae, you said Nugs.
Yeah,
Warriors. Okay. All right. Man, yeah. We could all be sitting like,
T-Wolves was the game I went to this year, which is crazy. I think
is it really? Who
Yeah.
won that one?
Thunder won, but the Wolves didn't have Randall, DiVincenzo, or Gobert.
Okay.
They were playing without 3 guys, and they battled them. They were down at the final basket.
I like it.
And they beat them in OKC.
Okay. I feel good about this. All right. Any other NBA talk you guys want to chop it up about?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this playoff series, just because I don't know. It seems kind of fun. I really don't know what to expect because it's not like everybody's playing like equally trash or something hater-fied, I would say. But I don't know. It does seem kind of like the fact that Orlando did give them a run for a couple of games, but yeah, this man is trying to jump back on the couch after the couch. Like I don't want to play. I'm not.
No, I agree. It's a good playoffs.
Yeah.
There's already been like so many like buzzer beaters and comebacks and like it's It's been great so far.
Calm your ass down.
Exactly. All these series, and I feel like they're all going to go to Game 6, Game 7. I don't think we're going to see sweeps, gentlemen sweeps here. I feel like it's going to be pretty damn good. All right.
I don't know the Wolves Warriors.
It's the Warriors, though. It's Kerr.
4.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hockey talk.
Sure.
Winnipeg, Game 7
Crazy.
against St. Louis. That was crazy. It took a last-second goal in regulation. Then it took an overtime goal for them to punch their ticket. It was wild. Dallas upsets Colorado 4-3. I told you that was going to be a good series, and it did not disappoint. Vegas beats Minnesota. Edmonton beats the Kings. Carolina takes care of the Devils. Capitals take care of Montreal. Florida takes care of Tampa in 4-1, which I thought that would go to Game 7. That Florida looked
that
like
was
the
a
real
surprise.
deal. And then Toronto, Ottawa going to Game 6. I thought that would be a gentleman's sweep. Toronto wins it, though. Looking at our picks here, Devontae picked St. Louis. Me and Fitz picked Winnipeg.
Dang.
Devontae picked Dallas. Shout out to him.
I took
Fitz took Colorado. I took Dallas.
got it back. Okay.
Devontae picked Vegas. Me and Fitz picked Minnesota.
Dang it.
We all oiled up. We all won there. Devontae picked Ottawa.
Oh, let's go.
Fitz took Toronto. Devontae picked the Panthers. Fitz took Tampa Bay. I picked the Panthers.
I did.
Fitz picked the Canes. I picked the Canes. Devontae picked the Capitals.
Or the
Or sorry,
Devils.
sorry, the Devils. Devils. You're correct.
And
You're
then
correct.
we all took the Capitals, I think.
We all took the Caps. Yep.
There we go.
What's the score on that?
So I am 7-1. Fitz is 5-3,
Sounds about right.
and Devontae is 5-3. Sound right?
So we're both 5-3. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you guys are 5-3. I'm 7-1.
Nice.
I did this in pins, so I know
He's
it's hard to say.
cracked. He's cracked.
Did a lot of betting on NHL this year, boys. Lost a lot of mortgages. I'm just kidding. All right. Round 2. I'll start again. I feel like that's fair. I'm going to go. This is tough. I'm going to go Dallas. I think Dallas has enough. I guess we'll go one series at a time. So I'll go Dallas.
It's tough.
Yeah, this one's tough.
I'm going to take Winnipeg purely because to win in that fashion, they got to have some energy.
Yeah.
But Dallas is tough.
Yeah, I'm going back with the Stars.
Stars. I don't feel good. Devontae's picking Dallas here. I don't. All right, Vegas, Edmonton. Vegas has been here before. It's hockey Jesus McDavid. Edmonton wasn't supposed to beat the Kings. This is tough. The West is so tough, man. Give me Edmonton. I don't know why. I could lose. I go 0-2 right there with the picks. I don't know.
I'm staying stateside and going with the Knights, Golden Knights again.
It's a good call. Red, white, and blue.
I'll take the Oilers.
Oil up.
Jesus.
Man, it's tough. All right. Maple Leafs, Florida. I'll go stateside here. Give me the Panthers. They look they look good.
They lost game 1, though.
I know. Yeah.
That's
Which
what's
is crazy.
I'll go with the Panthers too.
Now, I think Florida, they should be the favorite at this point. I'll take the Panthers.
And then Canes, Caps. Canes are down 1-0 against the Capitals. They're at home. 11:34 to go in third period. I've seen miracles happen in that building. Give me the Canes.
I'm not convinced. Give me DC. Go Star. Give me DC.
I'm pulling for the Canes, but I think it's going to be Washington.
You can't do that, bro.
I'm pulling for the Canes, but I don't think it's going to
We all got to
happen.
pull for the Canes.
Ovechkin.
Ovio.
I feel like I'm gonna
It's for real.
not to subtract here, but I'm gonna put a blue flame in here one time. It's like the Goblet of Fire. I'm just gonna burn her picks one day.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you like that? All right. That's all I got, boys. Anything from you? I guess we do a live update here. Like I said, Canes down 1-0. Cavs trying their best to hold on against the Pacers. 106-100.
Hold up like a terrible shot on my end. I don't know how the Pacers found their way back here. Miles Turner, don't bet on Miles Turner if y'all are betting people. He's still trash. But yeah.
Just don't bet. Don't gamble.
Yeah, that helps too, but that's no fun.
Yeah.
What's out?
Not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's fun.
You can bet on Justin Rose to be top 5 and Rory to win, and you still only get enough to keep you hungry.
Or you can bet on yourself and win every time.
That's right.
That's true.
Tuesday motivation.
Good.
All right.
Oh, we got a movie quote for today.
Oh yeah, Fitz. What's your movie?
I watched Fargo this week.
Again?
There's not really like I don't know if there's like a quote from that. Just a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have a random, I don't know if it's a random question. I can turn it to a random question.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So there's a TV icon who just now is dipping into the influencer waters, where they were a TV star back in like the 80s, 90s, maybe early 2000s. And they just started a YouTube channel. And I think they've got someone handling like their TikTok and stuff. It's fire. I'm wondering if you know who that is.
One of the Lawrence brothers?
No.
Emilio Estevez. I don't know.
No, but that's a fun guess.
Thank you.
I think food.
Food? Glorious food.
Bam! Emerald.
Bam! Emerald Lagasse.
Okay.
He's back.
The return.
He's back. You can pull up like his YouTube channel. He's been going for like 4 months steady now. He's only got like 16 videos, but it's amazing. And he's back. And it's like it's just amazing to watch. It's like, oh yeah, Emerald was doing this before the TikTok era, before anybody else. Like it's just how it's modern TV. My question was, if you wanted to see somebody dead or alive, in this TikTok influencer era, have a go at it, who do you want? And it can be a TV personality, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anybody. But who would you like to see? Who would thrive in this era, like what we're seeing with Emerald Lagasse?
That's a good question. Somebody famous, I guess, that we came up with.
I've got 3 that come to mind. I'll give you the one that I think has the chance to be the weirdest and one that probably gets banned. Michael Jackson. But like I feel like his inside, like people would tune in. Maybe it'd be dance, maybe like amusement parks, maybe it's I just think it'd be the weirdest off the wall shit. You don't know what he's going live for, but he's fucking going live. Him and Bubbles are just doing it. You know?
Oh shit, y'all! Michael Jackson's live.
Yeah, everyone's tuning in. They got Tito. Oh, they got the ape on there. Tito or Bubbles.
Oh
Bubbles.
my god, that's so funny.
He just bought a tiger today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, Chris Tucker, you so Chris Tucker, you so funny.
Oh man, who are the other ones?
All right, and then like I feel like one that would have just all poetry and like portraits and like that super artsy vibe would be Kurt Cobain.
Okay. I think
I feel like
let's just do our top 3 at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Top 3. He gives you 3. Sure.
And then my other one, I think Tony Hawk could have been Mr. Beast-esque in his prime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he did the kickflip. He did the kickflip challenge, right? Like they do a kickflip, and they film him like driving. And if a kid can do a kickflip, like give him a skateboard.
Like now, imagine him doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
He'd be big.
No particular order. Give me See, what's crazy is looking back on it, they basically did TikTok on, like, it was a whole show about it. Robin Big, like, imagine that. That's basically that was basically a vlog show if you really think about it. So Robin Big is one.
Kane's just tied. Let's go.
Let's
Sorry, Devontae. Sorry.
No, you could. Let's go with who did I always want to know about their life? Oh no, just random. I just thought about it. Patrice O'Neal.
Oh,
Yeah, like random old guy humor.
he'd have a podcast.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. And you say Tony Hawk, which like obviously I agree that was mine too. So I'm gonna go a level down. I'm gonna say Ryan Sheckler. When Ryan Sheckler dropped and they put a kid, boy, like I just didn't think it possible. They put Ryan Sheckler on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I'm like, wow, bro, I can do anything. All things through Christ for real. So,
Dude, yes. And I don't know about you, but I know like with me and Fitz, like girls would be like, oh my God, he's so cute. Like he was the Bieber of like our middle school.
Yeah.
And I'd have beef with him. He had no idea I existed. But I'd be like, fuck Ryan. I'll skate better than him. Fuck no, I couldn't.
Yeah. I love one-sided beef with famous people.
Yeah, right. They don't even know it.
Hey, if Michael Rappaport, if you randomly find this, it's smoke. I'm not even playing. I don't like
Green light.
Yeah, I hope he finds this and then like we go back and forth on the live.
All right, I think my bronze medalist is the No Such Thing as Mistakes, Just Happy Accidents, Bob Ross. I think he just,
his would make me cry. Like,
I think you'd be able to really trim down because I think it was hard to watch, a full Bob Ross, but like snippets were gold. I feel like his channel would be fire.
Have you ever watched a full episode?
I don't know if I've watched a full episode. I've dabbled in it, not like a full.
You'll appreciate it more as like now that you're old and like can be stuff, but like I didn't have cable and I did it on accident on purpose, and I was like, it made me start back drawing and stuff. So
yeah, I feel like when I had like sick days as a kid, I would always like put it on there for a minute and I'd change the channel. My number 2, probably similar. Either it's a toss up between Mr. Rogers or LeVar Burton.
I think LeVar Burton. Well, no, I think he's just
like. I think but like doing Reading Rainbow, it'd have a different energy. I feel like it might be Mr. Rogers. I feel like he might be the one that
crashes all in on your take right now.
I know.
You just laying on. I'm sitting on.
Well, it's funny. My number 1 is I've thought about it. Emeril Lagasse is my number 1. I know that prompted the question, but I have just been amazed. I even just kind of reading. He kind of went away from. He had beef with Food Network, and I don't know what all transpired there. Sounded very similar to like the Chappelle Show and Comedy Central, of just like around that same time, TV was just taking a different turn and trying to gin up some things. And so for Food Network, it was the getting in these competition shows like Iron Chef or Chopped, and Emeril basically was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be, I just want to cook in front of people and teach people how to cook. And so it's interesting that apparently, so he left his show. He's been traveling the world and just working, doing his, I don't know what he all does. And now I guess he's just an old guy and just wants to chill and cook. And yeah, they put the camera on him. He's just teaching people how to cook. So far, the best one, he makes chicken nuggets at his house. He just makes homemade chicken nuggets.
Homemade,
and it's just it's just classic Emeril. Just teaching people how to cook.
I'm not gonna lie. He used to be on the Hacky TV probably every other night. Just wouldn't even cook what he was cooking. We just wanted to watch.
Did y'all buy
it? You gotta tune in.
Oh, we did buy seasoning. Yeah.
This guy and I bet everything is one take too.
Yeah.
Like I bet like some of these influencers have no idea. Like there's
This
no
shit's tough.
archives.
Yeah.
There's no archives for Emeril Lagasse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This dude just they say action and he's on.
I will say, doing this show for the past 5 years, to do something in one cut is unheard of. I know we do a live show, but like when any of like our social media post stuff, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
I can never do it in one cut.
Yeah.
Finding the right. You know how people do like those still shots for YouTube videos?
Mm-hmm.
Like now they've started like showing you how they take the picture of it. That's kind of wild to me.
It's crazy. It's wild, man.
Bro, speaking of shows, do y'all vaguely remember that show, The Man Show?
Yeah, with
yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, "Wow, we really had some shit on TV." And it's interesting because like Jimmy Kimmel was on it with Adam Carolla, and they left, and it was Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm thinking about all the episodes and stuff. I'm like, wow, this really molded. This was. I don't want to call it like red pill content, but because it was like they didn't say like we hate women, like no, they celebrated women and stuff. But like I was thinking about, hey, I'm like, they put this on TV for real, because I don't even know if like you can find like clips and stuff. I don't ever hear anybody talking about it on the internet or anything.
Spike TV, baby. Yeah, it's funny like Jimmy Kimmel
but
now.
It used to come on right after Chappelle Show on Comedy Central.
Yeah, you're right. Jimmy Kimmel forgot where he started though. Like,
right.
Yeah, he forgot. All right. Hey, we got 14 more minutes technically. We can end now, but I do have another question if you guys want it.
Run it.
All right. What do you think for an average Joe would be the easiest sports accomplishment to do? So, hole in one at one of the top courses. Okay. Hit a home run out of 100 pitches. Complete 10 passes in an NFL game. Or score 10 points in an NBA game. What would be the easiest task to do out of those four?
Oh, man, that's so tough.
I'm going to just put myself in this situation. So, like, if I were to do either of those things.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah. Put ourselves in there. What could you do?
So, like, a regular season NBA game, regular season NFL game.
Yep. Regular season MLB game.
I'm not touching baseball or golf because y'all are tripping. All right, I'm kind of tall, so I'll do the 10 passes. I think I can silver lineman at the very least.
That's the tricky part for me. I'm only 6 foot, so I'm gonna have a lot of dump passes that halfback. Just get it out there, a little flick of the wrist.
And how many attempts do you get? Just a full game to get 10 completions?
I feel like a full game might be tough, right?
Before you get pulled.
Before you get pulled, yeah.
You know, they're like, what the hell is this guy doing?
I should have thought of the parameters on that one more.
That one's
hard. We'll say a quarter. So you get 1 quarter to complete 10 passes.
No chance. I got no chance.
Yeah. It's be a lot of dump passes for me. That's the only one because I don't think I can score 10 points.
I'd like to think I can, but no, because I remember I played one game when I was at State. I played one game. It was me. Jordan Vandenberg was on the other team. TJ Warren, and I think some other players off the NC State's team at that time, and like they were going 10%, and I'm going hard, trying to be not hard, but like trying to like not do wrong. Like I was playing with the cool kids, and like Jordan Vandenberg was shooting. I'm like, all right, man, yeah. So, I know my limits, I guess.
Yeah,
mine might have to be like the hole in one. How many shots do I get?
You get 18.
I get 18 shots for a hole in one.
Oh, you know what?
I gotta play a course.
Augusta.
Like, you know,
any hole you want, you get 18 attempts.
I get
any of
18
the
attempts
major
in a row, like
in
where
a
I
row.
like just set it up, tee, hit.
Yeah.
I think that's my best shot, honestly. I think that's my best chance, and even that, I think that tells you getting a hole in one would be easier than scoring 10 points in the NBA.
Yeah,
I think for an average person
on the Augusta course.
Yeah, I'm picturing like Augusta 16 or 17. Which one's the
part 3?
Yeah, 16 at Augusta over the little water. I'd probably dump like 6 in the drink, but you know, I'd get close. I'd have one that gets really close.
Mm.
I don't think I'm scoring one bucket in the NBA, and I love to hoop.
Yeah,
I think you
my
go.
only
for
chance in the
TJ
NBA
McConnell.
is launching like a Caitlin Clark. I'd have to have like a Caitlin Clark shot.
No, you good for a TJ McConnell around the back, left-handy.
Yeah, but I gotta get 10 of those.
Yeah,
That's my max. That was my max in 6th grade basketball. 10 points in one game. I'd have to like mimic that on the NBA level.
It's SBYB, baby.
Just bring it back.
Yeah.
Baseline mid range. That was where I was just nuts.
Mm.
Put me on that baseline left side. Ooh,
Oh,
killer. It's killer.
you know,
Yeah.
Brand Rick Ross. Ooh. All right.
That was actually
hey,
I do remember I scored 4 points in which year was that? 4th grade. I only scored 4 points all year.
damn.
My first 2 points, my first basket came because I was one of 3 kids that didn't score all year. I was really short. I wasn't that good. But then, you know, so they cherry picked us, put us on the back. So I hit my layup first chance.
real.
You know, it didn't take, the other guys struggled. I hit mine the first shot. I got it. But then then when we were in the playoffs, I hit a baseline mid range. Bo Connor, shout out. He had like 2 guys on him. He just dumped it to me, swished it. I was like, you should have been doing that all year, coach. Like, I can hit that shot.
I'll dude, Bo Connor. I think everyone has these guys they grew up with that like
Oh yeah.
what could have been. Bo Connor was that guy.
Oh, he was.
Like
He-
BEAU.
Like what?
Is that how you
What's
spell
funny?
Bo? or
He
Bill?
was like best
Bo,
friends
B-O.
with Caleb Presley,
Yeah.
which is funny. Like everyone knows Caleb Presley on Barstool.
Oh shit.
O'Connor was supposedly better.
He was a better
Everyone was speculating he was like,
everything.
a better athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why he went to TC his freshman year because he knew Caleb Presley was going to be quarterback. He wanted to be quarterback at TC, and then that didn't work
Yeah.
because he had Trip Weaver and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
dude, he's the guy that I grew up. I was like, I think he could play any sport and probably make the league in one of these.
Mhm.
And just he
Yeah.
never did. He got
So
into
he was
that.
y'all's Matt Lauer.
Yeah, exactly. He got in some bad stuff, man.
That's how it
Another one
goes.
bad, but could have been. All right,
Classic.
that's gonna do it for the show, boys.
Classic.
Hell yeah. Brad, you want to
Yes,
say
you got
God
that.
because you in everybody's face?
Yeah, let's see that beard. What's that trim doing though?
He ain't got a cut yet. You know, it's no
Like
shade. May. Mustang. May.
Sheesh.
Mustache May,
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a
Keep it
puppy.
up, Crash.
I've spent a lot of time, Joe,
Take some notes,
slaying
Crash.
everybody in the company. Backstage, I'm starting fights off everybody. I've ridiculed everyone
behind
on the
Devontae.
roster. I just want to
Tearing
say
up
from the bottom of my
couches.
heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
First time on air. Anything to say to Luan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let them live.
That's not even close. It's not
Man, I'm a dumbass.
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second. Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
So smart. And my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby.